High above Earth, a new kind of space life is quietly unfolding. China's Tiangong life, shocking facts, changed everything. About 400 kilometers above our heads, a bright white structure glides across the sky every 90 minutes. This is China's Tiangong space station, also called the Heavenly Palace. And it is not just another space station, it is the most modern home humans have ever built in orbit. Inside, Chinese astronauts, known as taikonauts, live and work in a place that feels less like an old science lab and more like a clean, calm future apartment. Everything looks perfectly planned. For more than 2 decades, the International Space Station was the center of human life in space. It was massive and international, but it was also designed in the 1990s. Tiangong is different. It was built with lessons learned from every station before it, and it is already changing how we think about life in orbit.
Spacecraft are now orbiting some 400 kilometers above Earth's surface. Among them is a large manned spacecraft that might catch your eye.
Now, China did not jump straight to a full space station. For years, it tested its systems using small space labs called Tiangong 1 and Tiangong 2. These were short missions. They helped engineers learn everything, including docking, life support, and how humans handle longer stays in space. Then, in April 2021, everything changed. China launched the core module of its new station. This module is called Tianyi, which means Harmony of the Heavens. It is the brain and heart of the station. It controls power, life support, communications, and navigation. It also holds crew living areas. Tianyi alone was large, but it was only the beginning. Over the next year and a half, China added 2 more large modules. In July 2022, the Wentian module arrived. Its name means Quest for the Heavens. It brought extra living space, science labs, and a special airlock for spacewalks. Then, in October 2022, the Mengtian module docked. Its name means Dreaming of the Heavens. This module is focused almost entirely on research and experiments. Together, these 3 pieces form a T-shaped station. What makes this shocking is the speed. From the first launch to full assembly, Tiangong was completed in about 18 months. That is incredibly fast for something this complex. By December 2022, the station reached another milestone. 2 crews overlapped in orbit. For a short time, 6 taikonauts lived together inside Tiangong. China had officially achieved a continuous human presence in space.
Brand new China National Space Laboratory mainly consists of the Tianhe core module, Wentian and Mengtian lab modules, which together form the iconic T-shaped structure.
Step inside Tiangong, and the first thing you notice is not size, it is design. The station feels bright and clean. Smooth white panels cover the walls. Most cables and pipes are hidden. Equipment is neatly packed into modular racks. The lighting is even and soft, reducing eye strain. People often compare it to a high-end tech store in space. Now, this is not just for looks. Clean surfaces are easier to sanitize. Clear lighting helps with video calls and science work. Fewer exposed wires mean fewer hazards and easier repairs. Each section of the station can be sealed off quickly. If there is a leak or problem, astronauts can isolate one module without affecting the others. Everything is built to make life in space feel normal. Now, at any given time, 3 taikonauts live on the station. During crew changes, there can be 6. Each day starts with a wake-up call from Mission Control on Earth. There are no showers. Instead, astronauts use special wipes and rinse-free shampoo. After getting ready, they eat breakfast together. Meals are pre-cooked and reheated. Then the workday begins. Mornings are for system checks and maintenance. Astronauts adjust cameras, replace filters, update software, and inspect equipment. Later, they talk with scientists on Earth through live video calls. The team reviews plans, solves problems, and schedules tasks. Around midday, there is a rest break. This is part of China's space routine. Even in orbit, rest matters. In space, muscles weaken fast. Bones lose density. Without gravity, the body forgets how to stand. So to fight this, taikonauts must exercise for at least 2 hours every day. Tiangong has a compact gym. There is a treadmill with harnesses to hold astronauts down. There is also a resistance machine that simulates heavy weights using elastic systems. The equipment is smaller and more efficient than older space station gyms, but it does the same job. You will also notice straps and footholds everywhere. Many astronauts prefer staying anchored. It helps their brains understand direction and reduces dizziness.
We have a running machine or a bicycle. The choice is yours. Scientists developed a special recycling system to support life in space.
When it is time to sleep, each taikonaut goes to a private sleeping pod. These pods are small, about the size of a closet. Inside, astronauts strap themselves into sleeping bags attached to the wall. They float gently as they sleep. Each pod has a tablet for messages and family photos. Some even have small windows. Imagine falling asleep while Earth just slowly spins below you.
To accommodate 6 crew members simultaneously, there are plenty of beds on board. Some come with views of planet Earth.
Food on Tiangong is far from boring. There are over 120 meal options: rice, noodles, meats, vegetables, soups, and sauces. Everything is carefully planned for nutrition and taste. Cargo ships regularly deliver supplies. Sometimes they even bring fresh fruit like apples or tomatoes. These small treats mean a lot during long missions. But the biggest surprise is in the kitchen. Tiangong has the world's first space microwave. It took years to design. It uses very little power and can survive launch stress and radiation. While other stations use hot water to warm food, this microwave can heat meals in minutes. Hot food boosts morale. In space, that matters more than you might think.
加热装置，微波炉，还有冰箱，以及饮水。
Tiangong is not just a home, it is a laboratory. Inside there are more than 20 experiment racks. Outside there are dozens of mounting points for instruments exposed to space. Scientists study how liquids behave without gravity, how flames burn, how materials form, how human cells change. Some experiments can only be done in space. There is also research into growing plants. Small trays of leafy greens are tested to see how food might be grown on future missions. The goal is long-term survival.
我们捡食的部分，能够在太空吃到新鲜的蔬菜，是一件幸福的事情。这些绿植还可以为我们。
Tiangong is equipped with powerful robotic arms. One arm is attached to the core module, another is on a lab module. Together, they can link up into longer systems. These arms help move equipment, support astronauts during spacewalks, and install experiments outside of the station. They can be controlled by astronauts inside or by engineers on Earth. In the future, similar arms could even help build larger structures in orbit. Now, Tiangong is not finished. Plans are already in place to expand the station. New docking hubs could allow more modules to be added. The station could double in size over time. There are also plans to operate a powerful space telescope that can dock with the station for repairs and upgrades. This would be something that no other telescope has done before. The Heavenly Palace is meant to grow. Tiangong shows what happens when a space station is designed from scratch using modern technology, teaching us something important. Living in space is not only about survival, it is about design, routine, comfort, and making the unknown feel like home.